Oh, hi. How you doing today? You having a good one? I hope so. I hope you're having a good day. Wait, why don't I have audio? Why don't... Where's my music? I'm supposed to have music. That's... Okay. Oh, I have music. Hi, how's it going? I don't have any real specific plans today. I figured I was going to do some vocal warm-ups, talk to you guys for a bit, discuss some things about the channel and that's going to happen, and answer any questions, you know? Wait, there was a question I didn't... What about... You need to watch the Earthbound VODs? You feel like I would have a unique perspective? I mean... Yes. My perspective is unique, though honestly, the game is very aggressively trying to make me hate it. Like, the game is very much going out of its way to make me dislike it. I didn't want to start on this note, honestly. I did want to bring this up, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing the whole game of Earthbound. Apparently we're not even halfway through, and I'm already feeling like it's a slog. It's really interesting, and I like some of the stuff it does, but there's a lot of incoherency. It's making it difficult to stream. But I do have plans and goals and hopes and dreams and all that fun stuff that I want to talk about. I also want to talk to you about my bedroom, because I'm going to be renovating it. I think that's going to be a fun discussion to have, because I think you'll find that interesting. Because I occasionally do things that are interesting, you see. And I'm just going to start out by saying, if you have any questions at any point, feel free to just toss them in chat, you know? Don't even worry about anything, just whirlwind slam a question and be like, hey Jade, why are you so weird? And I'll be like, well, you see, it all began... I have some throat coat tea. If you do voice acting or voice work, look up throat coat tea. It's very good. It's not... It doesn't taste bad, but it is more of a... I drink it for medicinal effect rather than because it's tasty. Though this one is particularly... I didn't actually put any... Hold on 1 second. I need to put some stevia in this. You're a person who has expertise in this area. Nice! Awesome! Okay, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. As you may likely know, I have the keto diet, which is a carnivore diet, effectively. I almost just took the stevia and poured it into the wrong cup. I have a cup that is next to the cup that actually has the tea in it. And I actually just started to pour a little bit of the sweetener into the completely wrong empty cup that I had used for soda earlier. That would not have been clever. That would not have been a clever moment. That would not have been... Anyways, hi, I'm back. Welcome back to me. Your grandmother found a 9-month-old Christmas ginger cookie and while looking through some Tupperware, and they were perfectly preserved. Nice. One of my friends just bought an entire, no, almost a pallet, like literally filling their entire car trunk with what was it? Laffy Taffy. Banana Laffy Taffy, because it was all out of date, but it was like out of date by a couple days. I need to adjust my... It was all out of date by like just a couple days. So... There we go. But yeah, it was all out of date by just a couple of days. So, and that's stuff that's going to be good for years, right? It's Laffy Taffy. It's never actually going to go bad, or at least worse than it is to start. Gosh, why do I drop my right hand before the left hand on the hand tracking? Oh, here's my mouse. Yeah, that's eye level. And there's those. Just drop the height a tiny bit too. There we go. That looks Okay, yeah, that's correct. Good, good. Awesome. That looks a lot better. Where was I? Hi, how's it going? It's almost pure sugar. I doubt it goes bad this decade. Exactly, right? Like, apparently it only cost him a couple bucks to get, like, an entire case. Ah, good tea, good tea. You've heard a lot of professional YouTubers use it? Oh, yeah, a lot of professional YouTubers, a lot of voice actors. It's just a really good thing. Its primary use is for people who do very intense work. Very intense, you know, streaming. I don't do that intense. I'm pretty laid back. I'm pretty chill as far as things go, you know? That... I think is that high enough? It's actually too low. So I don't need it as much as, like, Barry the Bugbear, who always talks with a vocal fry in everything he does. And, like, Barry's great. You know, I will never throw any shade on Barry. He's fantastic. But he also is, you know, he needs his throat repaired more than I do. Or Sprig, who streams for, you know, 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, or something like that. I know that's not actually how she streams, but sometimes it feels like it, like she's always online. And she needs the throat coat as well. On one brief more moment. I'm sorry for these interruptions. Cool. Awesome. Just had to check on Tara real quick. Tara's a very good girl. Wow. You are drawing a medieval manuscript style drawing of a fallen god? That sounds amazing. I would love to see that. Toss it in on my server and I'll put it up on stream. Let's see. But yeah, so throat coat is a very good tool that I highly recommend you use if you do any sort of streaming. You should at least have some on hand in case your throat starts to get sore. Honey is good for your throat. Obviously, everyone knows that. But honey has the downside of being full of carbs and sugars, and sometimes you don't want that. Or like me, I never want that. And if you're having it for your throat, you're having like multiple spoonfuls. Also, learn to half swallow. Learn to swallow slowly, so that things actually linger in your throat for longer. If you're using like throat lozenges for when you're sick, or if you're streaming and you have a little bit of, if you have like a little bit of a numbing sprays for your throat, make sure you swallow slow enough that the medicine lingers in your throat. I keep on calling it medicine. It's not really. It is just a good tea that tastes good. But I also think of it for a purpose, you know, like it's for a particular reason. It's an artwork? Cool, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Water Fox. I was gonna do some vocal warm-ups with you guys as well. Because I want to do... Actually, I could even do some recording with you guys if you wanted. I have a few TikToks I want to record. I have several TikToks I want to record. But it might be fun to do it on YouTube. My TikToks become a YouTube Shorts anyways. Where am I? Right here. Ooh! This is what Frosted Scales is working on. And that looks really good. I love the manuscript style in the background. And I think that this bordering is a lot of good detail that you didn't need to do, but I think make a really big difference, you know? This really sells the aesthetic. At least on this side. This looks a little bit more modern in the squaring of it, but like the fact that it's there, yeah, it looks better down here. It looks really nice. I can see how much work you put into all these component pieces. I love the look of the scarf. Of course, my brain is immediately going, would I wear this armor? And it's like, you know, would this armor actually protect you? Oh, you have a little bit of the feet. I've noticed a lot of artists, and very good artists as well, tend to have their feet slanted forward, instead of having the feet flat on the ground in a straight-on shot. move the feet so they're pointed downwards, even though the rest of the shot isn't at a whole lot of perspective. And it's interesting. I don't think it's me. Like, I think it's kind of interesting. These are good feet though. And likewise, the hands are very stubby, but that's because this right here is covering up the first two knuckles, as many pieces of armor do, or did, which works. You don't need to have, you know, detailed fingies if you have this type of gauntlet, because the gauntlet is covering up the first two knuckles of the fingers. Very nice work, and thank you for sharing it. Oh, you sent me something else, I see. I will pull that up as well. And if anyone else wants me to look at things, I mean, this is just a chat stream. Aw, the cute little dragon is adorable. I love fairy dragons. Fairy dragons are some of my favorite dragons. Genuinely, straight out. I love them. Yeah. I actually have a figure of a fairy dragon. It's a D&D miniature of a huge-sized purple fairy dragon. I think it's actually like a named creature in the D&D world, but I don't know a lot of the named creatures in the D&D world because I don't care about them. Like, okay, that sounds weird, that sounds bad, but in general, I don't care about the actual lore of D&D because if I'm playing, I'm probably using my own lore, because making the world is a part of the game for me. So it's an actual named fairy dragon, but I just think it's a pretty model. Where is it? I'm just gonna real quick see if I can find it. It's here we go. I have this mini. It is apparently named Otto. I guess that's the Otto from Otto's Irresistible Dance and all that, those other spells. But yeah, it's just giant fairy dragon. I like it. The green doesn't, I don't know, the green kind of blends in with the gray. They're both very dark, there's not a lot of contrast, but the white here looks fantastic. The earth tone white green is a really nice color combination, and I kind of wish you continued it in some fashion down here. But yeah, I do like that. The double wrap belt is a favorite of mine, though that's definitely not being worn correctly. The double wrap part would be on the opposite side. You would have the sword anchored down to here with a frog connected up to this. But I love my double wrap belt. If you're doing Ren Fair stuff, I recommend getting a double wrap. It's just a super long belt that goes around your body twice, and then, you know, folds in on itself like many belts did of that era. It looks very nice, and I very much like the dragon. Let's see how far I can get into this. This is just a 5-minute vocal warm-up. I don't know if this is going to be the kind that I like, but I'm going to try it. I should probably pause this music. I'm still looking at chat if anyone's saying anything. Stops there. Oh no, keep going. I can handle it. Oh no, that's I want to go for the brutal version. Where's the one that actually forces me to tap out? Here's one for high notes, but that probably will destroy me. That's about near my bottom. That's about near my bottom part. But if we go back to the high part. Wait. Wait, you know. There's a creek. There's a creek. I could work that creek out though and get it probably one or two higher. I don't have the greatest pitch. I'm not the best at matching pitch. I'm not the best at singing, but I can, you know, I have the range. I have the range, but not. I have musical talent. That's the weird thing. It's like I have the musical talent for things like, well, you know, trombone is what I played. I played trombone for a lot. My biggest audience ever was when I was playing trombone. Fun fact. Doesn't really show that well when I'm drinking. Karaoke stream when? I did one once and never again. No, I might do one at some point. I just don't really... I don't enjoy it, frankly. I mean, I don't like singing. I love voice work. I love voice acting. I love doing things with my voice. But singing isn't one of those things I like doing for some reason. By the way, the reason I look over here so much is because this is where my monitor is that shows OBS and my tracking, and usually has has chat on it. Right now chat's over here, and center of monitor is here, and left is that way. But yeah, if you ever see me while I'm streaming going like this and looking over here, that's when I'm reading chat. It's very obvious when I'm reading chat because I'm going, huh. Even if I don't respond to it. And I know I'm not the best at responding to chat during gaming streams. And I've talked about it before. The kind of entertainment that I watch isn't streamers. So I stream more like a Let's Play channel, more like a Game Grumps / Alpharad Deluxe / Pro Jared Plays / the big one, which is Playframe. Playframe is my biggest inspiration. I've brought them up a couple times on the channel. They are part of what inspired me to be any sort of content creator in general. Was like, I want to do this. Playframe is good as heck. True. Karaoke streams are banned on YouTube. I can't monetize them. I would have to stream and then delete the stream afterwards before it gets demonetized. And right now I'm already demonetized. I think if you guys might remember that from a few months ago, I got randomly demonetized for no reason given and an appeal denied for no grounds, which is unhinged. There's no reason for this. I've had a few other people tell me that they had the same thing happen to them. I'm not the only person this has happened to. And I mostly blame hate raids. I mostly blame me getting mass reported when I was doing charity stuff for the Trevor Project, which ended up not being cool, by the way. The Trevor Project ended up doing some strike breaking internally and like being anti-union, and it's like, really? You guys do a lot of good work. I'm surprised you guys aren't more cool in that direction. Which genuinely surprised me. I mean, I went through with it anyways. I mean, I'm, not gonna double back on a promise. But at the same time, that came up during my streams of charity raising, and I was just like, oh, well, heck. That was during 4-Job Fiesta that I was doing that. 4-Job Fiesta also raised money for... I forget who they were raising for, but... Okay, that went down. Sorry. No gag reflex. Anyways, I should just have some water instead of the tea right now then. Much better, much better. So yeah, I don't, usually sing on stream for, like, karaoke style stuff. I can. I don't love it. Yes, I've been in musicals. Yes, I've been on stage in musicals, but the acting was really what drew me, and the acting and the lines were what drew me more than the actual songs. My only songs were ensemble pieces. I never had a solo song in one of those. Technically, I was backup for Pirates of Penzance. I could have been the understudy for one of the leads, but I wasn't, so it doesn't matter. For I am a pirate king, and it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king. I love Pirates of Penzance. Genuinely, like, it's a play that so few people have heard of. So few people have ever heard of it. But it's so good. But you have to let it be funny. Like, it's not going to have you rolling in stitches, but if you put you in the mindset of, you know, like, if you go in there wanting to see the humor, it's very funny. And that's a weird thing to say, right? I can think of a few other things that are like that, where it's not, like, uproariously hilarious, but if you put yourself in a mindset to look for the humor, it can be fun. And that's very much where Pirates of Penzance is. It's like, oh, I get it. The joke is the aristocrats, no. That is the best joke, by the way. I will not be doing any telling of it here. What? People don't know Gilbert and Sullivan? Honestly, a lot of people don't anymore. A lot of people know Modern Major General, and that's it. A lot of people only know the Modern Major General song, and don't know anything else from Gilbert and Sullivan's work. Like, yeah, which is a shame, I think. Here's something I would love. I'd love to hear it. People know that from The Simpsons. No, people know it from Mass Effect, because what's his name? Morden? I am the very model of a Solarian scientist, I think. And then they do a parody song of Modern Major General, and it's pretty fun, but also, like, yeah. I think that's, a lot of people, I think more people looked up Modern Major General's song because of that than have thought about it in a long time. Ooh, I like that. Sort of a sprite look. I love the wooden mask. I have done mask acting as well. So I'm always partial to mask acting. Mask acting is really hard because you have to learn to project your emotions through the mask in a way that the audience can see the mask take on a face. And that sounds insane, right? That sounds like a thing that doesn't happen. That sounds unrealistic. But that actually is what it is you are sending your energy, your emotions, your feelings out of your face. And people will see the mask partially because of how you hold your body, partially because of just like tiny little things that you don't even realize, like tilting your head just a tiny bit, and like just conveying emotions. But people will see smiles. People will see, a furrowed brow when there is none if you are good at it. And that was okay. Is that a Japanese mask? Depending on what angle you hold it, it changes expression. Yeah, that's... It also depends on who's wearing it. But yeah, same concept. Hop this out. So, hi. How are you? Damask, U.S. steel. What? Damascus is not American. That's not from the U.S. Damascus is, like, that's Middle Eastern, isn't it? That's from Roots, which is found... Yeah, that's... Yeah, that's Near East. Sri Lanka in Iran area. Southern India, too. Good steel. Oh, it's a pun? Ah. I see. Puns are the highest form of humor. I will always respect a pun. Puns are a delight. I also wanted to ask, how are you guys liking the RPG content that I've been doing? because I have 2 RPG games going on, and I'm loving both of them. One we're only a session in, and 2 sessions in. One arc in, if you will. And that one I think has been very fun. And that was with Liv, the Cyberdoll, as the DM, with me playing as a water genasi. And the other being the one that I am GMing, which... can I just say that last session, I'm weirdly proud that I was able to voice all of the members of the other party and have the players distinguish who was talking without me saying anything. Like, they're different voices. They're very distinct voices and personalities. But I really am proud of the fact that I was able to talk about it, in those characters' voices and have people just immediately know who it was. You have the high-pitched Maria, who's up here, and kind of talks a little bit shorter and a little bit more clipped voice, because, there's a tiny bit. Yeah. And then you have Angela, which is a more feminine voice, a bit still in the higher register. I mean, it's a very distinct voice and sounds very different from Maria. There's no way to really confuse the two of them, but I'm still proud of the fact that I can, that I have them, but I don't know. And then you have Marcus. Marcus being the brash, bold jerk. And then you have Dogfish. What are my potions on my belt? So, I've never decided, actually. Fun fact, I don't know. I never actually decided what these potions are. No, really. People know Captain of the Pinafore from The Simpsons? Yo! I love that song. HMS Pinafore is underrated. I did not know Simpsons reference. I'm not shocked, but I did not know that. But yeah, I haven't decided... so, one of them we decided was the gender fluid, because that's just funny. I actually do still have a can of gender fluid, because that's a thing, by the way. Like, it's a soda that... I say soda, but it's more like a LaCroix sort of thing, where it's, a soda that doesn't actually have a lot of flavor to it. But... I mean, my character background, for VTuber character, is that I'm a video game NPC. I'm a video game NPC who streams. I wasn't even supposed to be a furry until the furry community found me and sort of adopted me, and I sort of realized that it kind of ruled, and I liked it. But baseline, I'm not even a furry or scaly or whatever those things. No, I'm supposed to be a video game NPC. Should I do one of those NPC streams on TikTok? Now that would be dumb, but some people kind of vibe with them though. That's an interesting idea. No, please, you'll cry. Welcome to Corneria. I like swords. Boy, that dates me. But yeah, the potions are more for aesthetic. I just like the look of it. I kind of figure that a character... Because canonically, I have no magical power. Jade the Kobold is a arguably magic creature in the sense of having a Fey origin and being a Kobold, but they do not have any magic. I do not have any magic. So, I feel like to survive in a highly magical world, in a high fantasy world, if you don't have magic, you have to have potions. Or spell scrolls, but even then, spell scrolls might require some extra, magical, attunement stuff. But, anybody can chug a potion. So, just for day-to-day survival, if I were living in a medieval fantasy world, I would just have a couple of potions, like a potion of invisibility on me, just as a way of evading if I get into trouble. It's okay. This is something that's going to cost me multiple months' salary. This is going to cost me, multiple months' worth of saving. And I hope I never need it, but it's an insurance policy, It's I have a potion of invisibility in case I need to not be somewhere. And a giant, manticore or griffin, comes up here. Want a treato? I love treats. Jade's Just Mash? I have no idea who that is. Martial... Wait. Yeah. I do martial arts. Actually, one of the reasons I wanted to stream Ghosts of Tsushima is because I would actually be able to talk about the martial arts of the ninjutsu, and like the stuff that's in there. I think there'd be a lot of cool stuff in there. Knowing TikTok, you don't even need to be there for the NPC stream. You can make a video and put it on loop. I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. Have I not seen the Baldur's... I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 yet. I'm playing Sniper Elite 5, which I was going to be streaming tomorrow, but I'm not because, to answer Getty's earlier question, I am going to be doing more of that new game that we found, the Suit of Regalia. I'm going to do a bit more of that game before and then I'm probably not going to play Sniper Elite. That was just going to be a gap filler, honestly. But Sniper Elite, I'm currently playing with a friend, an IRL friend, and when we finish that, we're going to play Baldur's Gate together. So I'm not going to be streaming Baldur's Gate, but because I haven't gotten to that point in the world yet, I haven't. I have not actually seen the game yet. I don't get me wrong, I'm super hyped for it, but also, like, I'm also hyped for a couple mods to come out, because now, if you start a game now, there's a playable Kobold mod, and, like, yeah, that sounds awesome. If you, so, like, you know, and, like, there also is a mod to play as a Genasi, which, yeah, that sounds awesome. I do think I want to play an Arcane Trickster. I know it's not, like, quote-unquote good. I know it's not, you know, one of those archetypes that's actually considered to be, you know, a good class to play, but it seems fun. I love the idea of sneak attacking with spells. The idea of pulling out, a dagger, stabbing somebody with the dagger and casting a melee spell through the weapon of the dagger because the dagger can be used as an implement. That is so cool. That is, like, peak style for me. That's just really fun mechanically. So I want to play Arcane Trickster because that is now its own class, whereas in older editions you had to jump through hoops to get dagger as implement for sorcerer that you took a couple of levels in, and thus nerfed your rogue class because you have now a split class, and then you have other issues like that to deal with, and the cantrips barely even existed back then. There used to be a whole bunch of hurdles to go through, and then in 4th edition it actually worked out decently because you could do a hybrid class, which gave you some functions of both and give you access to cantrips, but not hybrid, Paragon multi-class, which gave you access to the cantrips, but not until, late mid-game. And then in 5th edition, they just like, hey, but you know what? This is just a thing. Arcane Trickster Rogue, you can sneak attack with spells now. And I'm just like, oh, I've always wanted this. So I want to try that out. I've also heard that monks are stupid. Like, monks can do absolutely stupid things, and I kind of want to see it. You know what I mean? Here we go. Hold on. Let's see what this is. Oh, I love them. Oh, they look fantastic. I love the hat. The hat with a little bow on it. It's perfect in every way. That is adorable, and I love it. Thank you for sharing this. I cannot wait to find them in-game. I cannot wait to play the game. I am very, very excited. You haven't found any builds that are strictly bad? Genuinely, I trust Larian. Larian is a phenomenal studio. Larian is one of my favorite game studios. Like, their mentality towards games is just ideal. Their mentality is, hey, people really like this mod. We're going to reach out to the mod maker and ask if they want their mod to be officially canon in the game and included in the base game. What? Do you mean the game studio is actually paying attention to what the fans are doing? And, like, they listen to community feedback? They have no day one DLC, I believe, other than soundtrack, and have made a game with a ton of content, And then I know EA was kind of getting pissy about it, like, oh, this is a sets a bad precedent for the games industry of people making good games that don't cost a whole bunch of stuff. And like, no, that's a really good precedent, because as far as I understand it, Larian actually treats their workers pretty well. I mean, there's crunch, but it's the kind of crunch where people are passionate about the project and want to work hard on it. But the kind of crunch where people stay and work extra hours because they want to make a better product, not the one where they have to do it because of the company culture or because they, are being required to by a boss. It's people staying late to work because they wanted to. And yeah, all the update content for Divinity 2 is free, with over 25 things. Absolutely. Likewise with Monster Hunter, I mean, a lot of people will sleep on the fact that Capcom does that with Monster Hunter doing a ton of post-game content patches, like adding in a third as much content as was in the base game when the base game had a really significant amount of content. Like, that's, very respectable. That's very respectable. But Larian as well is just knocks it out of the park every time. Every time I see something by Larian, I'm smiling. I'm smiling because I see Larian and I'm just like, yeah, they make good stuff. Let me see. If I go to the store page for Divinity, and I'm just going to pull up the stuff that they've made. Because Divinity Original Sin is fantastic. Divinity 2 is great. But, like, they don't have too many other things that they made, Everything else was older. And Divinity 2... wait, no, not that. Where's the button? Button? There. No. Yes? Button. Yes? Button. I found the button. Divinity Original Sin 2 came out in 2017. Like, that's a long time for a studio to go without a new release. Now, I don't know what point they started working on Baldur's Gate. I don't know when they got the license. But it couldn't have been that recent, They it probably was, I would guess, 4 years worth of work went into that game? I don't know. Does anybody know? I should look that up real quick. Yeah, late 2016. Oh, wow. Okay, wait. A small team started first working on the story and game design in late 2016. They were working on Baldur's Gate 3 before Divinity Original Sin 2 launched? Oh, no, this is Definitive Edition. Never mind. That's not the original Divinity Original Sin 2. Got it. When did the original Divinity Original Sin 2 come out? That's Enhanced Edition. Alright, just look on Google's. Well, it still says 2017 for initial release date. Okay, so they actually already had Baldur's Gate in the oven. That's amazing. That's incredible, frankly. Mash is the main character of an anime manga series in which the premise is that everybody has magic and uses it for day-to-day life, but he has no magic and it's just feel like he does. That's a type of magic. So being able to punch things is a type of magic in that kind of world, That's valid. They have magic. Their magic just comes from their fists. I cast Fist. It's a powerful spell. Okay, so let me switch over to this. This music here, for anyone who doesn't know, is actually my own music. This is the official Jade the Kobold theme, like actually made for me for the channel, by the delicious Anthony Baden-Sagers, who's done all the work for Clutch a Kobold Story, as well as having their own independent work. Delightful person, very good to work with. I don't know if I was good to work with him because I had some issues with some of the original cuts, and I don't know if I was able to enunciate my needs were, but we got there in the end, and I'm very happy with my product. He also did a fanfare for me, but I don't use it often because I don't really have much of a use for the fanfare, frankly. That's a shame. Here, you want to hear the official Jade the Kobold fanfare? Is this it? It's a beautiful fanfare, but it's too long to use for anything. Like, I can't open streams with that because that's 18 seconds of fanfare, you know? That's not really something I can do. What is this? And that's another one that I have, which is nice, but it's, you know, I don't know, 10 seconds long, which is why I usually end up using, which is why I usually end up using one of these, where is it this one? No. Where is that one? No, not that. I don't know where I put it. Should be in my orchestral fanfare section. This one, yeah. That's the one I usually use for my intro, because it sounds a little bit more RPG-ish, right? The other one sounded very good in medieval. This one actually sounds like it's going to come out of a JRPG, and it's also, you know, 8 seconds, and it wraps up at like the 6-second mark and just sort of trails, which it makes it easier to crossfade into an actual thing. I want to do more edited content. I wish people watch Soldiers. Genuinely, Soldiers playthrough on my channel. Go watch it. Give that an extra 30 views. You know, give that an extra 100 views, because that's the one I want to play more of. But like, we have, you know, we got somewhere around 15 people here watching live, maybe a bit more because of the way YouTube tracks things, and usually I end up with close to 100 views. Like, Titanfall ended up with 95 views for one of the random middle episodes. You know? My industry chat was over 100. Like, my Tears of the Kingdom were like 120 or so. Like, pretty solid view counts overall. For my size. Like, that's not a solid view count. Obviously, anything under 1,000 isn't a solid view count by YouTube standards, but, like, for me, it's a number that I'm proud of, you know? Because I'm still small. I'm still working on this. I'm still getting there. But, like, Soldiers episode 2 is sitting on 40 views, and episode 1 is on 66. Like, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I don't know. I do want to make more upload content. I just don't know if people would actually watch it. I also have some video essays that I want to do. I'm going to do a video essay about Titanfall 2 without entering the mech. I have some really good bits for that essay. And video essays are something that I watch a ton of. I watch a lot of video essays in the car. That sounds bad. That sounds dangerous. But I mostly just listen to them. You know, I'm listening to the audio of it. I'm listening to it as a podcast sort of thing. But like listening to writing on games while I'm in the car, or like, what else have I been watching lately? Toon Shay, who's actually live right now. Yeah. There's a lot of excellent video things to watch that you don't really need. Thought Slime is another one. I'm a big fan of Thought Slime, and Sophie from Mars has some very good videos. Never met them. I don't actually know a lot of YouTubers, which always does make me a little bit sad. I know a Great Dictator. He's a cool dude, and he's in my my D&D game, of course. Good person to be around. You missed Titanfall 2 multiplayer? Yeah, I didn't try any of the multiplayer at all. If I'm gonna play multiplayer, I'm probably gonna play Valorant. You know, I'm generally preferring games that have storylines as opposed to games that are just drop in, drop out. But I'll probably play some more Valorant. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to mention. Starting next week, Thursday streams are moving a bit. They're shimmying a bit. It's going to shimmy a little bit to the side. Thursday streams are going to be held on Twitch, and they're going to be starting at 8 o'clock. You know? That's going to be easier for me. It's going to give me more time to, like, go to stores. If that's Spanish, then I do not understand why you're talking about phones and carpenters. Is there a pun in there? The phone looks like a carpenter because sawdust, because... I don't get it. I don't know. If anyone knows what that was about, let me know. Multiplayer in Titanfall was pretty good. I believe that. Honestly, the reason I did the entire challenge of not getting in the mech was for two reasons. One, the whole reason I wanted to play Titanfall 2 was because I wanted to see the world shifting scene, the scene where you shift between timelines, and that was by far the best scene in the entire game. I wish that was the entire game. I think that should be a core mechanic of the entire game. It was a delight. But that was the reason I played the game to begin with. But also I was asking people for good campaign-based first-person shooters. And people kept on recommending Titanfall, and it's like, okay, I didn't know that had a campaign. I thought it was just a multiplayer game. And when I picked it up, I really liked the gunplay. I really liked the movement, I liked the gunplay, I liked the game and the way it was handled. And then the game's like, okay, now get in a mech. And I'm like, but I want to play a first-person shooter. I don't want to play a mech game. Because to me, a mech game is not... Mech games... It was a first-person shooter, but not like I wanted, I guess. I wanted a first-person shooter where I have a gun, as opposed to piloting a mech. Because all the cool things I could do as a person in that game, running, jumping, the wall running, just like the way I could take cover, all that went away the moment I entered the mech, and all the cool things that the game was letting me do left. All the cool things and all the cool toys that the game gave me were like, by the way, you don't actually, that's not a thing in the mech. And it's like, but I want those things. I want the gun gameplay. I'm enjoying it. That's why I got a bug in my brain to just say, you know what, no, this is a challenge run. I'm going to try and use the mech as little as possible. And that definitely bit me multiple times, but it was a really fun experience, and I'm glad I did the experience. The game was excellent. The game is very, very good. I'm not, saying anything ill of the game. But geez. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Legion was your go-to boy. I've been loving Armored Core. I think I'm actually like right near the end of the game, as in like I might beat the game today or tomorrow, but Armored Core has been an absolute delight. And I could have streamed that the entire time, but I was going through it slowly. I was taking my time, getting into the garage part and making a whole bunch of different mech designs and paths on them, and just having a really good time with it, frankly. And I don't know how much of Elden Ring was fun, but I don't know if it was very long. I didn't know what to expect from Armored Core because of my first Armored Core game. Something isn't clicking with you? Try a new build. If Armored Core is not clicking for you, try another build, because there's a lot of different diversity in the builds. I ended up really liking ones that had a little bit more the ones that have a little bit more melee focus. The one I'm using right now, or one of the ones I'm using right now, is just absolutely bonkers for getting up close. The Grand Lance lets you hit a melee strike from like 200 meters away, and I love it. Excited for me to find my 9-ball? Me too! I assume he's in there. I don't know, but all I know about Armored Core, I know from like watching Vati's videos, Vati and Writing on Games, both of which did retrospectives on it. And they were good retrospectives. I recommend both those videos. Shoutouts to Vati Video and Writing on Games. Two of my favorite channels on YouTube. After all the other ones. I don't know. I know 9-ball is a recurring character. I know that they are a recurring villain that has been appearing as a late game Melania style, like I'm assuming optional boss. I know that they're like something like that. I've never fought one because I've never played any other Armored Core game. This is my first Armored Core game, and I don't plan on going back to the old ones. The old ones do not look, like they would be terribly fun for me. Partially because the way they age, partially because of the lack of modern features, I like playing old games, but I like playing pixel art old games. Armored Core games are all perfect, immaculate. I respect them. See, the difference between us is that I can respect Armored Core as a good game and just say it's not for me. So I do want to talk about Earthbound. I kind of feel like I might be dropping the series. I'm not loving it, and I'm not able to make good commentary with it. It's not a game that I think streams well, I can only say so many words about the snake enemies in a cave when I'm doing the cave for a long time, because it's very repetitive. It's fun. I do like the world. I am actually getting to enjoy it more. Like, I'm starting to enjoy more about what the game's offering. I don't hate it, but I gotta admit that I no longer love it. Play Silent Hill? Well, it would be an RPG style. I'm gonna switch it over to Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars is a new game that just came out that looks phenomenal, and someone recommended it to me. It's like, yep, that's absolutely what I'm playing in the slot. There was one time you and your buddy Clay were working in the shop. I see. With a hammer. Jeez, I bet that hurt. Fallout 2 stream? I could actually go do Fallout 2. That could be interesting. Oh, wait, Earthbound will get good? I mean, when? That's really what it comes down to. Because I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hours into the game. 13 hours of the game is enough for me to sink into the game, waiting for it to get better. I believe you. I believe it will get better. Like the same way that, Final Fantasy 14 or even 11 get better after you get past the first 30 levels, after you get past the first 40 levels, after you get to the point where you can participate in some of the other things. We get more options that open up. Like, yeah, I do think that those will get better later, but I don't really see the core gameplay loop becoming better to watch for you guys. Frankly, I don't think that's something that you guys are going to enjoy watching as much of, frankly, to be blunt. Lost Planet. What is this Lost Planet? Let me inspect. I know Freedom Planet. Lost Planet 2. About 2 streams from maintaining interest. Ooh. A mixed review game, landmark third-person shooter. Interesting. Single player? Similar to Titanfall, it says, and similar to Fires of Rubicon, it says as well. And it's not a mech game. Well, if that hits on a Steam sale, I could see it. Where is the price? It does not have a price. Wait, what? Why doesn't it have a price? Oh! We're aware that an issue some customers may be experiencing with this game. They took it down. The purchasing is disabled until they do some major bug fixes for that. For a game that came out in 2010. Jeez, okay, so that might not be available. It's not a mech game. I mean, I don't know. I'm just looking at some of the screenshots. Oh, yeah, okay, there's the screenshots with the mechs. Okay, never mind. Now, there's a really interesting question. Hold on a second. Hold on, let me scroll up just to make sure I'm not missing things. Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, let me address the other things first. Fallout New Vegas. There is someone working on a mod for Fallout 4 that lets you play Fallout New Vegas in the Fallout 4 engine. I would normally say why I don't care about this. Fallout New Vegas is fine in its old engine. It's a little bit clunky, but it's still good. I would say that. I would say that. I'm not going to say that because if they finish that mod, if for Fallout 4, then I can play Fallout New Vegas in Fallout 4. If I can play Fallout New Vegas as a Fallout 4 mod, I can play it in VR. If I can play it in VR, then all of my dreams come true. Same with Sky Oblivion. Exactly Frosted Scale. Same with Sky Oblivion. I will hold off on replaying New Vegas because I want to experience it in the world. I really do. That was something that I did in Fallout 4 anyways. I didn't buy the base game, I only bought the VR version. And I'm glad I did. For a game that's kind of mid, the VR version was a lot more fun and immersive, and I enjoyed that, and I would love to play New Vegas in that scenario. So as much as I do want to play New Vegas, that's kind of the way I want my next playthrough of it to be. Same with Sky Oblivion, same with the Morrowind for Skyrim engine. I know some of those are actually coming close to getting done, which is cool. I'm very excited for that. Would Monkey Island ever be a viable streaming game? This is the question that I wanted to answer because I adore Monkey Island. Those are some of my favorite games. And like, genuinely, Dominic Armato was an inspiration for me to become a voice actress. Like, becoming a voice actor was in no part inspired by listening to Dominic Armato's mixtape, which they included on the CD of Monkey Island 3. Like, I love it. Also, no one understands what I mean when I say Uber Nostrum. But I don't care because it means a lot to me. Like, I love Dominic Armato's work. Uber Nostrum wasn't Dominic Armato, that was actually Jackbox, but regardless. Same era. Here's the thing, though. If I'm playing Sam & Max, or Monkey Island, or another story-based adventure game that's very dialogue-heavy, what is my role as a streamer? What does my role become? Because I'm not adding commentary into the combat sections, or talking about, the world in between moments. Hey Derek. In that situation, I am just sitting back and letting the original characters take center stage to have fun. Genuine reactions are hard because I've played all of them. I've played all of them and I love them. So like, I will have genuine reactions, but there'll be reactions of saying, "Oh yeah, I remember this part," as opposed to going, "Oh my goodness," to a new thing. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's a difficulty there, and I kind of feel like I wouldn't be adding a lot to the basic discourse of the game itself. I tried playing back when Epic Thursdays was a thing. Does anybody here remember that? Has anybody here been on the channel long enough to remember Epic Thursdays? Because that's an old channel thing. My goodness, that's been a hot minute. But I played, I think it was called 3 out of 10. It was an adventure game that was not terrible. You were there when it ended, fair. It was an adventure game that was not that bad, but I could notice that there was so much narration and story that I didn't have anything to do as a streamer. Either I'm talking over the story, which kind of defeats the purpose of playing the game, or I'm just sitting here as with my face on top of somebody else's work, not doing anything. You know? I probably can solve all of the riddles in Sam & Max, like, because I probably just remember them. Definitely can do that in Monkey Island. Whereas, and which would be just means it's going from place to place, playing dialogue clips of somebody else's work. I don't feel 1,000,000,000% comfortable on that front because I feel like I'm not contributing enough for the experience. I feel like you're not getting enough of the genuine experience from me. Does that make sense? So, Yeah. That's where I stand on that. And like, will I ever do any VR content? Absolutely. I want to do more VR content. Last time I tried, my computer, like, almost caught fire again. The short answer is yes, I do. I do want to make more VR content. Specifically, I want to play New Vegas, Skyblivion, and Half-Life in Half-Life 2 in VR. I think those would be very fun games to play in VR, and I want to experience them specifically in VR. But those will probably might need to be offline recorded streams. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I might have to record those offline. But yeah, I feel like adventure games are not necessarily the best thing for me. I am going to continue Pseudo-Regalia. That is a lot of fun. I'm horribly lost in that game, and I'm enjoying it. And then I think the Pathless is going to be the next adventure game that I'm going to play. Hollow Knight is a good game. It's a fantastic game. I never beat Hollow Knight. Actually, that would be a really good game for me to play. Because I never actually finished it. And isn't Silksong coming out soon? When is Silksong coming out? Release date is still to be announced. Maybe when that comes out. Any plans for Armored Core? I actually am planning on streaming Armored Core next Thursday in my on Twitch. I'll be streaming my New Game Plus of it. I played the Armored Core for the first time on my own because I wanted to play it on my own, and I'm loving it. I'm adoring the game. So I'm just going to. So I think I will stream that next week and show off my builds and do cool things with it. And I think when Silksong is released, that's when I'm going to play Hollow Knight. I'll be right back. Hold on. Yeah. Hi, how's it going? But yeah, I figure Armored Core 6 is going to be a good thing to do on the Twitch.tv. I figured that is going to be suitable content for those days when I'm going to be on the Twitch.television. I'm not. It's going to be, doing random stuff as opposed to be doing a full story playthrough, because I've already done that, because I wanted that to be my own experience. Yo, shoutouts to anybody who is currently a streamer or content creator. One tip for you to avoid burnout: make sure that you have games that you don't stream. If you only play games on stream, if streaming is your only time where you are playing and enjoying video games, you will burn out a lot faster. There are some games that you need to set aside and reserve for offline. There are games that you play that you intentionally choose not to stream. Or, if you do stream, it's only once in a while. For me, that is Monster Hunter, Sniper Elite, although I'm not opposed to streaming, I guess a little bit of that went out here and then. Both of those have been games that I play without streaming. Or if I'm streaming it, I'm just hopping into voice chat and instead of doing a full actual calculated stream, because I go full effort on streams usually. You know, I try to make these streams as good as they can be. And yeah. I try to make these streams as good as they can be, which means inherently that they're a little bit more stressful, and I enjoy the games in a different way. It's just a different type of enjoyment, frankly. But in the RPG slot I have coming up, Triangle Strategy but first it's going to be Sea of Stars. And I think I might come back to Earthbound later, but I'm going to take a break from it at the very least. Or I might end up playing it offline. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I just don't think I'm going to be doing that, at least not for a little while yet on the channel. I'm going to do it on Saturday and coming up and see if it goes better. But we'll see how that goes. Maybe the game will 180 me and be like, hey, check out this awesome thing. Otherwise, I'm afraid I'm always going to be, Jade, it'll get really good next stream. No, you're like, we're 2 streams away from it. This time for sure. Like, okay, buddy. Okay, sure. A lot of games you stream nowadays are games that you are playing in your own time. You just happen to stream when you're streaming when the time comes. That's fair. You also, yeah, that's fair. You're also a bit more, do more casual streams than me, which is good, and that works well for you. But, you know, my streams are you know, different style than yours. Because my streams are meant to be consumed as, really meant to be consumed as VODs. My streams are meant to be consumed as Let's Plays rather than, you know, having to have people there live, and more casual streaming fits your style a lot better than mine. I respect it. I respect what you do. You do good work, Tuzzy. You really do. Silk Song got postponed because Diablo 4 and Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, that's fair. That's 100% fair. 100% fair. RoboQuest? RoboQuest. I don't know. Maybe. Used to stream for the VOD exclusively, but we need to be more casual so you could enjoy it more. See, I enjoy streaming for the VOD. I enjoy the way that I stream. I mean, I've been doing this for, what, 3 years now? 2.5 years? You know, I like the way that I stream and why I stream and how I stream. I like what I'm doing here. I really do. I love this. This brings me so much happiness and fulfillment. This is such a good part of my life that just really does define who I am in the most positive way possible, right? Being a streamer, that identity and the experiences that I have here and that I can share with you guys brings me so much happiness. It's ridiculous. It's like, yeah, it feels like this is what I should be doing, you know? But the way I do it is the way that I watch it, and I don't watch live streamers. I watch I watch Let's Play channels, which are always recorded for the VOD, you know? So, I don't know. I like what I'm doing. I do need some more time in the evening, so next Thursdays, starting next week, Thursdays are going to be at 8 o'clock as opposed to at 5. That'll give me some more time to actually do some shopping, pick up the house, clean it. Oh yeah, want to see what I'm going to do with my room? Here's my template for making thumbnails. So, my room... No, box tool. This is going to be entirely eyeballed, but... I don't know. Hold on. I think this is already the wrong shape. It's more squared. Okay, let me just make the entire thing a room here. Sure. The way my room is laid out, there is a closet that sticks out of the room like this. And there are 2 doors here and here. This door, you can see my cursor, right? You see my cursor? Hold on, is that not capturing cursor? Should be. You know, I'm just gonna sketch it out, and then I'll talk about it. Alright, so right now in my room, my bed, I have a ginormous bed. This is an enormous king-size bed, because that's what I have. It's just, I got it for, for free, so hey, I have a king-size bed. It's nice. This is a closet. The room actually comes into here, and the closet bumps out. It's like legit, actually bumps out into the room. I hate it. It's not even, like, useful. Up here is a table, and up here is a couch, and this is not the room that I stream in. This is the room that that I sleep in. I might stream in it later, but I'm gonna redesign the entire thing, because the bed takes up the entirety of the room. There isn't enough room for a desk. There isn't, like... Yeah. Be the bed you were always meant to be. Exactly, just like I can flop out across the entire bed, which is really nice. It's just like super cozy just to sprawl out on. I am not very large, and it is a very large bed. So what I want to do is I want to delete this. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me make a background here that's solid white, just so that it doesn't look weird. Cool. What I want to do... Fill it with blaha. I do have a blaha! I want to delete this. I want to actually destroy the closet and put my clothing and stuff elsewhere. I want to actually remove the closet from existence, and then reclaim the space so that I can have my desk here for streaming, and just shove my clothing somewhere else, and then take this and move it. This table, move it here to the foot of the bed, somewhere like around here or something, I don't know. Why not get rid of the couch? Well, I'm gonna move it over, or I'm gonna put like, replace it with an upright thing, move it over by the beds. The bed is just kind of sprawl land. And then this entire wall to the left here, this entire wall to the left, is gonna be a mural. And then I want to put sound padding on all the walls, like actually make it into put acoustic panels on all the walls out here. And then stream inside from this room. I'm gonna show you, this is true, this is actually my plan. Look at this. This is not the room. The room looks nothing like this. The room looks like this. It is a small room, and the bed takes up easily a quarter of the room. But this is the mural I want. Actually, I can get an actual picture of the mural itself without the weird thing, I think. Probably. Move this thing. Dang it. Give me. Right. Here's the actual mural. With the shape it would have to be. Why isn't this that? There's what I needed. That's what I needed. That's what I needed. So this is the mural. I would have to trim off the top and the bottom, and then this would be the wall. This would just like straight up be the wall. Isn't that cool? Like, that would just be gorgeous. The room has no windows in it, to clarify. This room, like, two of the sides are literally underground. And this one leads to, out past this, leads to another room that then leads outside. This leads to a hallway, and this leads to a different hallway. This leads to the hallway that goes to the garage. This goes to a hallway that goes to a bathroom, and, like, you know, the area where I'm streaming now. But, like, I think that this mural, just having an entire gorgeous mural on the wall would just be stunning. It's probably gonna cost me $1,000, but, I mean, it's gonna be beautiful. Do you need a couch with a bed that big? No, not really. But it's a nice couch. Honestly, that's the thing. Like, I have it because it's nice. I have it just because it's a nice couch to sit on, you know? Do I need it? No. Do I have better couches in the house? Yeah, I have a giant beanbag right behind me, actually. It's full of memory foam, and it's absolutely floppable upon. But that couch is also cozy, and it's good quality. And yeah, so basically, I would see this when I get up every morning. And when I go to bed. And then these other three walls would all have a sound paneling. Like, what kind? Let me show you the kind. That's the worst picture I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. It's acoustic wall covering fabric that honestly looks kind of like a carpet. It would just be this stuff. It would be on all the other walls in black. Memory foam beanbag sounds fantastic. It really is. It's a delight. Maybe some dynamite. Yeah, that would give me some extra room, wouldn't it? Yeah, as far as, like, the house goes, we have a garage, actually it's more weirdly shaped than this. A weirdly shaped room. No, it actually goes down like this. And then a hallway that has a whole bunch of junk in it back here. And this is where I stream now. And then there's a second hallway that goes down here, which connects to these, except there's a bathroom to the left. So yeah, this hallway goes up here. This is a bathroom area. There's another room up in the area above that that is just, you know, has cool stuff in it. And then there's an upstairs that has a kitchen and a really nice ski lodge style, beautiful view of like the valley. Not valley per se, but a beautiful view down the mountain. That's how I live. Do I have bananas in my home? Not presently, because I don't have carbs. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a full cave aesthetic. Like, do this mural on that wall. Keep the bed. I'm getting a new weighted blanket for the bed. Do either remove this couch and put an upright closet here, so I actually have a place to put clothes, or I don't know, just keep it here because it does look pretty. Move this over here, move my computer desk here, and stream from this room. She living a fancy life. I mean, I live in the middle of nowhere. Housing prices go down significantly when you get farther away from cities, and I am, like, over an hour to a major city, and 15 minutes or so from, like, a grocery store. 20 minutes to get to a grocery store. Yeah, that's why I actually have, you know, a building. So that's my ideas. That's my hopes, that's my dreams, that's my goals. And this right here is just... The closet just ruins everything. Having the closet here... Oh yeah, that's the other thing. In this layout, this is the coolest part. This is actually the coolest part. So, this wall here just goes into this hallway. Right. So, get this. I'm gonna put my computer in the hallway. My computer is actually going to be on the other side of the wall with some holes cut in for the cords, so I don't even have the noise of my own computer inside the same room. I think that's going to be real cool design-wise. Like, there should be whisper quiet in there. I mean, I have pretty good sound filters anyways. You probably can't hear a lot of background noise. There's actually an air conditioner right over there. Like, you know, an outdoors one. But yeah, I'm going to have my computer in another room, technically, with all the cabling going into to my bedroom, with acoustic sound paneling on 3 walls and a mural on the 4th. Sorry, I'm passionate. I'm excited. I might be mildly hyped about this idea. Cause, like, look at this. I mean, yeah, they have it in, like, some ridiculously posh place that is somehow in the middle of a suburb, judging by, you know, the short tree here. I consider any tree that is shorter than a house to be a short tree. It's not a tall tree unless it's, like, you know, multiple stories tall. Yeah. Wake up to this every day. Because this looks a lot like the Comfy Cave entrance. I mean, this just looks not unlike what I've got going on here, right? Like, come on. So, I could have it done with the actual artwork, but the thing is I don't think the artwork is going to scale up in resolution. Whereas I'm pretty sure this picture here was made on this picture here was made on a 4K. Or, well, whatever, 4 megapixel. I don't know photography. On a picture that has a lot of pixels in it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Whereas the Comfy Cave background, I don't think would actually scale up good enough to see in that size. Transitioning to full-time Kobold. Yeah. Full-time IRL Kobold. I mean, I live in the mountains in a room that is effectively underground. Like, yeah, kinda. But yeah, the acoustic paneling for the walls is going to be this, but black. And it's just like... It's going to look like I have carpeting on the walls, frankly. But it should make everything whisper quiet. Which should let me actually set up for more professional voice acting jobs, which I want to be working on in the future. And by future, I mean right now. So yeah, that's my goals right now. That's something I'm working towards, but first I have to clean the garage, then I have to clean the hallway, then I have to clean my room, then I have to clean, like, you know, this area with moving everything. It's just... There's a lot of stuff that I've just sort of accreted throughout, you know, the years, and a lot of it needs to be gone through and then either thrown away or put in a place of honor, you know? It is a lot of work. A child of mountains. I love it. I love the mountains. I've been to flatlands before. I go to Illinois fairly frequently in the U.S. for events, because I have a lot of connections out there still. And it's just so flat, it just brings me pain. You know? It's just not right for me. It just isn't right for my brain. The way I have trouble appreciating the beauty in that sort of land. Does that make sense? I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's true. Exactly, Alex. So for the RPG side, I'm gonna at minimum hiatus Earthbound after next stream, unless there's a really big turnaround next stream. I'll make it a 3-hour stream just to make sure, but realistically, that's probably going to be dropped at the end of that day, and then we're gonna move on to Sea of Stars, which I'm really hyped about, and then either we'll return to Earthbound or we'll go into Triangle Strategy. One of the two. For the RPG slot. And then in the adventure slot, we're looking at playing more City Regalia and then going into probably Pathless. But one stream a week is going to be pushed down to the Twitch.television because I just need more time to not. I could do that stream on YouTube as well, but I feel like I've been meaning to stream on Twitch every once in a while and then just having, simple chill streams as opposed to more focused narrative streams might be a good idea. And maybe that won't work. Maybe I'll just change it so I'm streaming at 8 o'clock on Thursdays on YouTube. Maybe that's just what happens. I don't know. But I need a third day off a week. I stream 5 nights a week, and I have 2 days off. And I need one of those other days off to have... I need one other day where I want to stream, but I'm also able to get away. That I can also get out to stores while they're still open. That I can actually do things in daylight, Because I do work. This is not a full-time job for me. This is barely... YouTube demonetized my channel until, next month is when I can reapply. So, this isn't even, a part-time job yet. By the way, Ko-fi... Someone can link my Ko-fi in chat. Because, yeah. I lost a lot of channel memberships when YouTube decided to randomly demonetize me. Tragic. But it is what it is, and I tried to fight it, but I can't fight it. I'm not big enough to fight it. If I was a bigger creator, I could push back against YouTube and be like, hey, what happened here? Why? I'm holding a mug. That's a weird way for tracking. Why is this not being a thing? But as a smaller creator, I have no recourse. I just really don't have any recourse in that situation, which is unfortunate. So I can reapply for monetization on September 26th. Because I had to be 90 days from when I got demonetized, which is 3 months. Which, if this was my main job, that's a quarter of the year. That's a full quarter, right? That's 3 months. That's enough to, be sad about. But again, I'm still working on making this full time, and the best way you guys can help with that is to plug me, make clips, send those clips to Reddit or X. God, Elon Musk is the stupidest. Oh my goodness, Elon Musk is just absolute dumpster fire, and the worst part is that he will not have any consequences. The worst part about the entire Twitter thing is that Elon Musk will not suffer any meaningful consequences that reduce him into having to live a life with as little money as I have. There's no thing that he can do that would actually cause him to live a life that would give him any hardship. He can't fail. He is literally too big to fail. Because our society is designed in a way that if you have that much money, you cannot fail. It's impossible, and I'm mad about it. And I just lost viewers before saying this, for bringing this up. Honestly, fair. I understand it. Look, I ain't bred to, but that doesn't mean I don't have opinions. But yeah. These are my channel updates. You guarantee you bought it because the workers were, his workers were gonna, organize it in? Maybe. I mean, we're not gonna pretend that I know, frankly, I just know that he wanted to flex, And he did. And he wanted to show how smart he was. And he failed. You're a full-time art. Oh, I didn't know you're a full-time artist. Your job depends on the charity and interests of others. Yeah, that makes sense. And I want to be a YouTuber. That's what I want to be. Oh, well, okay. And a voice actor. I do want to do voice acting for anime. That's one of my other goals, hopes, dreams. You know? And I'm working towards pursuing that. It's hard when you have to work another job. It's hard to set up the tools you need for a new job when you currently have another job and another second job. Because effectively, YouTube is a second job. It's one that I cherish and one that I adore. But in terms of the amount of time that I have to spend on it, it's effectively a second job, you know? So, it's like a whole thing. You glad you quit your monotonous job to do this one? That's good. I'm glad to hear that was working well for you. I hope it works well for me too. I need to switch the music up a bit. What am I playing? The Village. Actually, it's a bit dark. Let's go back to here. I have a bunch of music I need to go through. Because I have a whole bunch of new licensed music from a Humble Bundle. And I gotta go through it and see what I think is gonna actually work well for the channel for background music. Hopefully some of it works pretty good. Wait, what is this not? How did they organize this? Did they not organize this at all? Oh no, it's just a couple tracks. Oh, okay. They didn't name any of these. This is track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Adventure Game Music Collection. Ooh, that's pleasant. I can see something going on here. Rose's Tube? Yeah, I like that. I mean, I'd like to meet the people who are on the... I'd like to meet the people who are on, like, the Breadtunes side of things. I'm very much ideologically, aligned with them, but I don't think I'm, I'm definitely not big enough to like, go up like, hey, H-Bomber guy, how's it going? Like, no, I couldn't do that yet. But honestly, though, I feel like they're, they would be very cool people to talk to and collab with and work with. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Maybe I will continue to grow and get better at things. That's the dream. I wonder if this loops. Because that's one of the big things whenever you're getting new music is for video games or for channel stuff. It has to loop well. Wait, can you loop like this though? Yeah, this is a bop actually. This is kind of cool. And again, I have licenses for all this music, so it's not like, any issue or concern on that side. Yeah, there was a Humble Bundle with like $50 for $2,000 worth of music licensing, and I was like, yes? Yeah, that sounds amazing! And usually when in these situations I go through it and there's like 10 tracks that I'll actually ever use, But by having access to all of them, it's good to have those tools. Maybe they'll be useful for D&D backgrounds someday. Maybe that some of them will be, I can use a part of it for a bit on, on a video. Maybe pub is a better translation for the German word tube. No, it's just, okay, actually, so David, that's actually, it's just roses followed by tube. It's not stube. It's, oh, you talking about if you were making it into a restaurant thing? I can see that. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. Rose stube. Actually sounds like, actually it does sound nice. I would definitely eat there. Okay, so that was the loop. Hold on, let me play it back again. Not a terrible loop. It fades out, which I don't love. I like prefer seamless loops, but as far as seamed loops go, that is actually subtle enough to work for background music. Okay. Let me try another track. Skip ahead. Next Thursday is going to be one. I like the Yin streams, they are fun. But the thing is that they have to be a sometimes thing, right? If all I did was Yin streams, if that was just my entire style, like that was all I was all the time, I'd be bored of it. Whereas doing a Yin stream once in a while is just a really cool way of driving. Really? Okay, how's that now? There we go. So this is a kind of a bop. Interesting. I could do a music listening stream. I did one of those a while back when I did dark fantasy stuff, and I went through a whole bunch of the tracks as from a game design perspective with Emilios on the channel. I should get Emilios back on live. We actually are working on another game design project together. Emilios is a good bean. I think that would be fun. Throws berserk. So, Dark Fantasy Studio is a studio that makes music. It's a music studio. It's actually just one dude, and that's what he calls his home studio. But they do good stuff, and I have a lot of licenses for their stuff. Don't love that. Okay. Neat. Ooh, I could actually get behind this for Tanzi. I could get behind using this for Tanzi actually. Yeah, I'm digging this. This could be Tanzi's theme actually. I'm gonna copy that one into a different directory. I'm not going to actually pay a custom track for Tanzi. I'm just not gonna skim ahead. And let's check how the loop is. Not a lot of things from this is all Fat Frog Studios. A lot of these don't have a good loop. This is going to fade out and then fade in, right? Oh, that's a terrible loop. It fades out to dead before coming back in slow. It comes back hard, but that's 5 seconds into the track, so you have a good 10 seconds of dead air before the music comes back. That's a terrible loop. Beautiful music! Amazing track! I don't know if it's good for backgrounds. I don't know. I'll probably do more of this on... Realistically, I'll probably do it on the Discord. Because if you're not on the Discord, you ought to be. That's what I do. That's my main social media. You don't have to be, obviously, but, like... I do stream on Discord on occasion when I just am bored and just want to hit the live button and hang out with friends. We also have community nights. We're going to be amping up community nights. We actually have someone new in charge of it who's a delight and who's quite good at it. So they're going to be more often. And then whenever I hop on to stream things, it just will happen. Underworld Adventure and Epic Music Pack. Oh, it's another Dark Fantasy. They do have seamless ones. Let's see. Let's hear the combat one called Shields Up. Nice. Let's hear the loop. All right. 7, 6, 5. That's a good loop. The audio pause for there was just because of the VLC way it handles loops. OBS doesn't do that. But that's a good loop. Okay. So Dark Fantasy's gotten better at doing seamless loops. They used to not be amazing. A lot of this stuff is more intense than I tend to use, frankly, but I do love their works. How you guys doing? You guys having fun? Do you have any questions or thoughts or, you know, goals, hopes, dreams? Epic Dungeons Mega Music Collection. Oh, it's more Fat Frog, which means it's not going to loop well. Good music, though. Yep, everything in this bundle is either Dark Fantasy, which I like, or Fat Frog, which is pretty good, but doesn't have the best loops. Honestly, Karugamo is my favorite. Karugamo is the one who did this music, which you all know very well. Yeah, this is Karugamo, and I love Karugamo. Karugamo music is some of my favorite music sourcings that I have. Here. Karugamo also does yeah, the Comfy Cave track. Karugamo does the closing cave track. Karugamo does my intro music. Which I love this for pre-roll. Like, this is exactly the vibe that I want my channel to have. You know? Like, this is just the vibe I want my channel to have. They also have my old loading cave. This is gonna, like, trigger a memory for somebody. This is my original loading music. And I like it, actually, I do. That was when my intro was in a different part of the cave as opposed to the outside. I also have... But yeah, Karugamo, great music. I do recommend if you're looking for a good, just good ambient music that you want to license, because it's affordable. Like, you can actually get some of it for free on the Unity Asset Store, which includes a digital license, and digital licensing includes YouTube. Also, I do have this. The YouTube song. Sometimes you gotta. I still have a panic button. Does that still work? I don't know. Oh yeah, and this. This do vibe though. But anyways, I do need to go through all this music and find the tracks from the new stuff. Forgotten Realms epic adventure music, also from Dark Fantasy. Ooh, they come in FLAC files. That's nice. Exploring this land loop. Lay it on me. Also, does anyone have a recommendation for a good media player that has a good that loops effectively? I use VLC for MP3s, and I just don't even really know what else to use. Because if you try and actually search for anything on Google now, it's useless. You can't Google things anymore. Everything's ads, you know? If you do a search for like media players on Google, everything's gonna come up as like paid sponsorships places. And that sucks. But VLC works well. The only thing is that VLC doesn't loop well, or I have it on loop, which is important to me for when I'm testing this music. You having a good day? I'm glad to hear that. Use Foobar. I actually have Foobar installed, I think. An older version of it, probably. Oh, that's right. I have Foobar installed because it plays a certain file format that I couldn't get to play on anything else. That's a terrible sound. Sorry about your ears. Yeah, I downloaded all of the music from Final Fantasy Legend 3. And I had to install Foobar because it was the only thing that could actually play that. I don't remember what kind of file it was. FSB file. I have no idea what an FSB file is. I can't just drag and drop FLAC files into Foobar, so this might not work out for me. Clearly I just need to reinstall Winamp. I'm getting crispy. I don't actually know why my voice crisps once in a while, but I'll be able to remove, once I get my room done, I'll be able to only run one denoiser, because right now I have 2 denoisers. Which is silly, but again, I have a computer here that's loud, and I have a air conditioning unit over there that's loud, so it is what it is. Fortunately, I think I come across fairly professional, and you know, removed a lot of my background noise, other than like, you know, terra stomping around once in a while. Yeah, I use RX10 and WA Productions denoisers. One, the voice denoise and the vocal cleaner. But I like those. I think those plugins work well for me. I kind of want to get... I know I could adjust and get more of that booming YouTube voice like you have, like One Topic has. And I kind of want to adjust it to that, but I also know that it might not be my style. You know, like, my style might not be that, you know, that post-production style. But then again, maybe it is. I don't know. What is levelup.flac? Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's really pretty, actually. Why is this called Level Up? Let me scrub ahead. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, let me make sure I'm on the loop version. Oh, this is a beautiful track, actually. How am I in Terra? I'm doing good. Terra's doing good. She's upstairs. Mm-hmm. And this is gonna, if this loops seamlessly, that's a good loop. That's a good loop. That's a really good loop. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I think this one's getting added to my rotation for background noises. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. What is an evening at the tavern? A bit much. That's fun, but it's a bit much. Another quest. Ah. Meow. In summary, meow. Anyway, I covered pretty much everything I wanted to cover. Like, the channel status is that I'm loving this, but I need some more time in the afternoons to be able to actually, you know, do things. So, one day a week is going to be a delayed stream, starting much later. Right now, I'm planning on having those be on the Twitch, just so I can restart a little bit more of my Twitch presence. Because some people already find me there. I prefer YouTube. I'm a YouTuber, you know that. My best content's always going to be here. And adventure game is going to be more Pseudo-Regalia. I hope I can find a guide for that, because I feel like I'm going to get lost, and I don't necessarily want to wander around for, you know, more than forever. Following that is going to be pathless, unless someone recommends something else, or if I find something else in my Steam library that I want to play. Like, I kind of want to play Deathloop, but no one was caring about Dishonored at the end there, which kind of made me sad. It should be hacking Baldur's Gate, I know that, but I don't want to, so I have to have my own boundaries once in a while, you know? If anyone can think of an adventure-based style game that I would be able to play that would be good, let me know. I can't spend a whole lot of money right now on account of, you know, money, but... If I can find like a Metroidvania or something, could make it happen. I like my content. I do. I like the content that I make. The content that I make is weird for a VTuber, right? I'm not making drop-in, drop-out stuff. I'm making series stuff that people want to keep on, you know, watching through a series of. And I just am not finding as much success with that as I'd hoped, but at the same time, I'm loving it, so I don't mind. So, like, I don't know. It is what it is, and I'm having a good time, and I am still growing, and people still like me, which means I'm doing something right. So, I'll keep on growing, and I'll keep on growing, and I'll keep on improving myself. Let's go back to this one. How much do I hate mobile game ads? I just think they're funny, frankly, at this point. They don't represent the game at all, and looking up what the game actually is based off of the mobile game ad is hilarious. I would rather see a dumb mobile game ad that I can roll my eyes at than a car commercial. Or, you know, like a commercial for like something mundane, like alcohol or, I don't know, sodas, restaurant, like McDonald's. I would rather have a corny mobile game ad that looks horrible over a generic ad. So I actually don't hate those ads as much as a lot of people do. They're bad and dumb. I'm not saying that they're not. But something about them I enjoy more than just the generic ad space. I don't know. I think we're gonna see a world where ads mean different things in the future. I honestly think we're gonna see a world where having an advertisement is going to take the role of product placement and endorsement more than actually shoving viewed ads down your face, because, well, there used to be such a thing called as product loyalty. You know, people used to buy a product because they trusted that brand, and that just doesn't exist anymore. You know, you don't really... People nowadays don't have brand loyalty, and that's a good thing. You know, you just buy the individual products that are the best price or the best thing for your need, as opposed to saying, oh, you know, I trust Charmin or whoever, you know? Like, there's just, the world doesn't have as much brand loyalty, and ads are designed to build brand loyalty. By and large. You didn't know how bad they got until you lost YouTube. I still do have YouTube Premium, that is true. I don't watch television. I don't have a TV in my house other than one that's hooked up to this computer or my laptop. So for me, if I'm watching TV, it's either on Netflix or Disney Plus, or on YouTube. And Netflix and Disney Plus, I don't have ads, and YouTube, I have YouTube Premium. So the only time I see ads, aside from billboards, which should be banned, frankly. Yo, can we talk about how terrible billboards are? I didn't bring it up when I was talking about the road trip thing, but, like, it was really, really egregious. Like, oh my goodness. You billboards are awful. Especially for someone with ADHD like me. Like, they are explicitly designed to take your eyes off the road. They are designed whole scale to make it so that you do not see the road in front of you. Instead, you see a billboard. They are specifically made to distract you. And I despise that. Oh my goodness. But yeah, aside from billboards, the only ads that I'm see tend to be the ones on TikTok. And those you can scroll through instantaneously. You know, those aren't bad. Those are... Nothing on TikTok forces you to actually sit through an ad, which is good. Thank goodness they don't. But I don't know how bads are. Billboards got worse. Yeah, now they're like neon and flashing. Like, the billboards are actually LED screens that have, you know, that... they're terrible. I think billboards should be illegal. Like, I just do not think that they look good. But yeah, the televised... effectively televised billboards are just the absolute dumpster. Despise them, want them to be banned. So hard. I think we'll wrap up in about 10 minutes. If people have more questions or thoughts, feel free. Be sure to like the video if you're having a good time. Be sure to dislike it if you're not, because fair is fair. Be sure to shout out Frosted Scales' hand, who is currently in great amounts of pain. I'm out of my things. My beverages. I have some water. Can you show me progress before I go? That sounds good. You like my input? I mean, I have a degree in fine arts. Question: how did I get so cute? I actually take cuteness enhancing drugs every morning. It's called estrogen, and taking in the morning increases my cuteness. It's true. So what dragon do you hail from? I do not. I've always been an independent kobold. I am a kobold that does not have a dragon. That's all. I mean, I like dragons, but I do not have, like, you know, I do not serve a dragon. I live independently. Waiting to see Frosted's Linky Link, if it exists. But I guess a proper answer, though, if you're looking for like lineage stuff, is that I am of Fey origins. That is not full res. I just copied the link off of, Wait. There we go. They seem to be a little bit glorpy. I can't help but notice how glorpy they do be. I like the helmet, but having it in a strict, hard profile makes it look... it makes it look less active. I like this perspective here. The angle of the perspective on here on the chest looks good. Having this in such a hard profile, I don't know if that's the choice that I would make. How's that for an answer? I do like this imagery, and I like how they're looking up at their arm, and maybe haven't even... I get the vibe that they haven't even noticed what's happening to their neck yet. I think that is a cool look. Sword is pulling the arm down. The sword has a whole bunch of stuff here that destroyed your hand, I'm sure. I do like the dynamic of the pose. It's interesting. It do be neat. All this little scroll work in here is very cool. And I think that once that's finished with a little bit of, you know, yeah, and colored and and maybe even blurred a little bit, like adding a little bit of a blur fade tool across this I think would really make that look gorgeous. I think it looks great. I think you're doing a great job. I really do. My only thing I don't love is how strict the profile of the helmet is. It's just, it makes it look too rigid, especially when the body is so dynamic. Because this is just, you know, has this really good angled look. Having this, it looks flat. To be blunt, it looks flat. It makes this look flat in a way that the rest of the artwork is doing its best to make everything not look flat, you know? Like this curve here is nice. This angle on make sure you have my cursors here. This looks great. This angle on the chest piece is gorgeous, but this looks like it's just very flat. I'm not saying you have to redraw anything. It's your piece. If that's what you want it to look like, you can. I'm just making sure I'm just helping you recognize that this looks more flat than the rest of the work. This looks phenomenal. This angle is really good and really highlights the model, the image well. I mean, the sword looks flat too, but like it's a sword, you know. It's always going to look flat unless you do some fun perspective things. Am I a quest-giving kobold or an adventuring companion kobold? You know, I've thought about doing more quest-giver content, because like that's a thing. I don't know if you knew that's a thing. Like there is quest-giver content where you just actually go out and and tell people, hey, find someone today and tell them that they seem like a cool person. Like, you know, like go out today and put away some shopping carts at your local, you know, at your local whatever. Like, there are actually VTubers who do that, and I think that's really actually kind of cute. I've thought about doing that. Bring me 10 plump helmets for winter. Collect 15 direwolf butts. Yeah. Also, yeah, things and stuff and cool stuff. Kill that for now. That does sound very nice, though. There we go. So yeah, look forward to more tabletop RPG stuff. Look forward to more RPGs and more adventure games. Look forward to more TikToks and shorts, which I have several of them lined up for. I have a lot of cool ideas. And if you want to promote me, then that would help. Hard question. Hips, thighs, or chest? Tummy. Abs. My answer is abs. My answer is tummy. That's... that's my answer. Is... yeah. People focus too much... people focus a lot on places and various places. obviously the top answer is personality, and talking to people. Make sure that if you can, like, you need to be able to go out with someone that you can talk to until 3 in the morning about random scientific experiments that you happen to be hyperfixated on researching for the past couple days, and then telling somebody who's interested. That's the number one thing. Favorite ice cream? My first reaction is mint chocolate chip, but I don't know. Probably mint chocolate chip still. Yeah. Mint chocolate chip. I'm doing it. I'm confirming it. I'm verifying. Mint chocolate chip is the answer. Yes. Yes. Mint chocolate chip. All right. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I hope to see you again real soon. Again, do join the Discord if you want to hang out. It's a very positive and uplifting place. And you can follow me on TikTok, although honestly, if you're watching it here, just check out my YouTube Shorts. All of my TikToks get uploaded here as YouTube Shorts. And let me know what I can do to be a better streamer for you. Because I appreciate you, and I want to be as good as I can be. So, thank you, and I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Cheers, friends. Hi, Buck. Did you actually stay on? Oh, okay. I was in voice chat. I was actually invited some of my mods to hop on if they wanted to hop on. And Buck came on and yipped and left, which is honestly on par. That's normal. Okay, anyways, hi, bye.